Yeah, you already know what time it is. It's the King'z Subjectz. That's right. I'm back once again, baby, after a little bit of being away. A lot of stuff been going on. I like to welcome everybody to the King'z Subjectz. Why ask why? The King'z Subjectz or the King'z Subjectz, baby. Yes, indeed. Thank you to everybody who checked out the King'z Subjectz, episode 4. I know it was a lot for some who did get to check it out. A lot of things are going on. This is raw, like I told you, this is real. This ain't no play. I go right in. I don't have no script. I do think about what I'm going to say before I'm going to say it. And, a lot has happened since episode 4. So here we are, episode 5. How many parts it's going to be, that's yet to be seen. But look, check me out. I go right in. Diddy, man, since last we spoke, we seen that Cassie video, man, in that hotel was phenomenal. It was horrible. It was bad. Excuse me, I'm kind of, that was bad, man. It was a bad look. Can't nobody defend you, bro. They got you. You there. You're here. You have witnesses going, man, bro, it's a wrap. And you're not even here in these states. And so, with everything we hearing online about Diddy and, stuff coming out, you can't really trust everything you hear. I know that. And what does it matter to me? Well, I'm going to get to that. Because none of this stuff really matters to me other than that's a crime. That was bad, homie. I can't tell you anything different. I can't take up for you. I'd be a fool and a liar to sit here and say, oh, I didn't see what he did. The whole world seen what he did. My daughter seen what you did, homie. You wrong. And I'm not trying to take up for you. I mean, homie, last I checked, I know you're from New York, but you don't play for the New York Giants, nor do you play for the New York Jets. And homie, man, the way you went at her, homie, that's how you really stomp out a dude. Like, that's not what you do to a woman. It don't, man. I like to tell people, look, man, I come from a long, long line of Max. Max, that's right. Old school Max. Those who are in the know, Rudy Ray Moore. Mac, Dolomite, Max, back when, cats was really able to talk you out your pockets if they chose to. They didn't really have to put gloves and mittens on you. I call them super mittens, They didn't have to put them super mittens on you, homie. They could talk. They had a good verbal game. You feel me? And so, to see you have to go to a point, homie, where you have to put your hands on a female like that and really, really, really in public, period, is bad. But to be in public, yeah, Button did say it right. I heard his podcast. I listened to Button. Shout out, homie. It's what it is. Man, homie, you foul, Puff. I'm going to say it to you, foul, Puff. And I know you don't like people to call you by your name and, excuse me, call you by your real name. But whatever name you want to be called by, homie, man, these children saw that. Your children saw that. And if they didn't see that, they're going to hear about it no matter what island you on, no matter where you at. There will be no rock unturned until they get you back to these states, homie. You know how they do what they do. And if you is cooperating with them, as some folks say, allegedly, on a payroll, then, homie, I'm looking at this from a whole nother angle. I don't know if too many people have even spoke out of this angle I'm about to hit on. I told you I'm going right in, so you're going to have to bear with me, y'all. Listen, man. Dude, your hands have been soiled in music, R&B, hip-hop, entertainment, black culture, American culture, foreign culture, and on every level. from what I can think back to maybe even 1989, from what I can think back to, since I first heard your name. So I'm gonna give you your love, homie. Yeah, I heard a lot about you back in the days. You know, I tell my own stories of how I got down in the music industry and how close I was to it. You know, a lot of people don't really know, you know. But if you go back and ask cats like, you know, Charlie Tuna and Mark 7 or Jurassic 5, you know, those are my big bros, you know, before they was Jurassic 5. I'm trying to think of their old school name. They had another, it was Unity Committee or something like that. They had another old school rap name that they used to go by before they became famous to y'all. You know, I knew them in high school. We went to Marshall High up there in the hills behind ABC 7, Channel 7. Anyway, listen, man. And that was back in the X-Clan, when X-Clan was really popular. They was out here, and it's a story. You can ask Charlie to tell it, how we went to out there to Westwood. We went to check out the females, and you know, it was popping out there in Westwood. Oh man, but anyway, it's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. And this I'm talking about right now, that's 1989, maybe 1990. So man, that was a long time ago I'm talking about. But I heard Puffy name, I heard his name, man, so I knew this cat was coming from the east. You know, what we don't do now is dig in the crates. And for you youngsters that don't know what that means, digging in the crates mean actually going somewhere and finding artists and finding the music you love that's probably not necessarily on your radio or thrown in your face or commercialized artists, majors. You know, it was, hip hop was not built on major artists and the floss and the gloss and the chains. It was there, but hip hop was really founded and grounded in finding that natural artist that had that flow, that had that sound, that had that vibe that probably nobody else heard, and being the only person to have that sound and people know you got it and can't find it. You know, it was a real kind of cat and mouse game back then, and we lost that. No one goes and finds us artists that's not thrown in your face every day, and that the algorithms, oh my God, Jesus Christ, man, the algorithms is the devil. And I'm gonna say that to say this. You know, we was the first digital cats in digital processing, and then I was one of the first cats to do beta testing and testing modules, pages for different sites that y'all love now and grew to love and, you know, forgot about. But so I knew what was coming, and I used to protest that on MySpace. And that was probably bad because a lot of game I was giving free on MySpace, man. We had 70,000 followers on MySpace, or friends back then. And I got them all doing them one by one. And we called this the Sherwood way. Sherwood was group. I'm going to go back to Puffy, but Sherwood was a group that we found out their, not their whole process of promoting, but we figured out some stuff they were doing with posting on other people's pages. So we called it that way. And I manufactured a whole new process to get fans and stuff. And we was popping on MySpace, and we was getting music off on MySpace, as well as Mocal Space. Some of y'all OGs in the digital game remember Mocal Space. Mocal Space was really popping for music artists because it was direct app on your phone. MySpace wasn't really that yet, but Mocal Space was for your phone, so you could directly download music. And man, we was popping. We was getting off, like, every song we put on Mocal Space was getting over 50,000 downloads, bro, and they wasn't talking about it. Those numbers was not being counted. And see, here we go. So I look at everything that Puffy's been involved in, man, and now they tying him to so much stuff in the industry and showing me how much power this man had and have over the whole industry, which scares not me, but scares the artist in me to the point to say, wow, how much of any of that had to do, his power, influence, and those that he influenced and those that influence others, how much of those influencers how much of them influencers came around to us and our card was pulled and we didn't get to that next phase based on whatever them influencers or whatever lies and BS drama and the whole wrong information. Trust me, they don't know me at all. Anybody told them anything about me was wrong. If you hadn't really been in the room with me or recorded with me, or it's really one of my artists who have recorded with me and been around me and heard my teachings and learnings and so forth and so on, you don't know me. You don't know me at all. What you trying to judge me off of is somebody else's idea of me and what they heard of me and what they putting together on some hater information. See, I call that the hater report. So once the hater report come out, the haters huddle up. And then you part of that hater huddle up. I'm telling you, boy, ain't nobody talking about it now, but they gonna quote me on it. That hater huddle up is a horrible, horrible huddle up to be in. You don't want to be a part of it. Disassociate yourself with them cats fast. Get up out of here. So, but look, listen. Here we go. Okay, so I told y'all I've been in the industry now for over 20 years. Me, K.C.P, the artist, and that's the T-H-A, not T-H-E, but T-H-A as an alpha. You know, K.C.P, King, Cool, Prince, the artist. You know, and also to everybody out there, you know, please press that subscribe button. Please press that like button. And for all of you guys who got a chance to hear the King'z Subjectz, that's the single to go with the podcast, you know, and the show that I'm doing right now. I put out a single out there, and you can catch it on all platforms. The link is in the description area. You know, go check me out. Also, for those who would like to donate, you know, we do have our PayPal link there. We appreciate all donations. You know, man, I'm doing this from the hood. And I say that because no one else told you this. I would never have told you. But 20 years now, I see that they chose not to tell you my goodness for a reason. You know, when they were giving these guys deals at 17 and 18, and they getting major corporation deals and $100,000 checks and homes, they was giving us, or me per se, in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, they giving me a deal worth 18 years in prison or state-sponsored school. You know, for a crime that I did not commit at all, that they knew I did not commit at all. So the difference is they had a 10-year head start on me. So by the time I came home in 2000, you know, everyone already had a career in music and so forth and so on. But I was able to build my music in there, you know, picturing and visualizing and following them, you know, through magazines and all the great hip-hop magazines and watching them grow, you know, from those magazines. And you know, it's a lot of different stories I tell about my situations in there in state-sponsored college or school, as I like to call it. You know, I built a real solid empire, mentally, visually, and then I wrote it out, and then I spoke it out in words, raps. But I was already ready when I came. I just needed a place to get on, and once I got on, I already knew what I wanted to do. I've been destined to do this, called and chosen. So I knew already what the plan is and was. They didn't, but I did. And as I tried to tell them, a lot of people didn't really catch on. So we got real fast in the industry up there by me working hard. No one gave me anything, but they did put me in a position to where, hey, turn the mic on. If you with it, you got it, you on. If you don't, get up out of here, homie.